Hello, everyone. Tinter here, and I am streaming on a Saturday because I let's just say on Thursday I had 3 books that I wanted to read, and that is what I spent Thursday and a bunch of Friday doing. So anyway, I was too busy reading to stream, is what I'm saying, and I had enjoyment from that. But right, need to go back to the bazaar. I'm trying to get Broadhead Arrow. Hey, the great perhaps. Do you prefer me to just use your screen name or your actual name? It was good. I enjoyed it. May be the part where I was up for like 34 hours because I read a book, and then I read a book, and then I read a book, and then I had an evening activity that I had to do. Okay. Uh, and then I collapsed in bed at like 9 p.m. and slept until like 8. But you know. Okay, so that's in. That is there. I was thinking. Okay. So yeah, definitely had a strange had a strange past couple of days. As far as my brain's concerned, it's still Friday because Thursday and Friday were one day for me. But now I've been reading that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and I'm now looking forward to book 14. Denouement is so important, and this friggin' series just keeps leaving me hanging, wanting to know what are the implications of this, what's happening, what's gonna happen next, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think Saturday does sound good, doesn't it? Probably even more rough for me because I have church that I like to go to on Sunday, and you know I like to go to it because I'm willing to wake up at 8 a.m. to go to it, or to get ready to go to it. I don't like having to wake up at 8 a.m. I know you're a super morning person, though. I sometimes find myself thinking, boy, it would be nice if this wasn't right in the middle of my weekend. I remember earlier on when the church met at like 5 p.m. on Sunday. I'm like, that was a nice time. It meant I didn't have to wake up so much in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately for me, I seem to have either be a super morning person or be like fairly late in the evening sort of person. That is not the button I wanted to hit. And I don't really seem to kind of do in between very well. Yeah. Because they're exactly, because you have the concert that's designed around the people who have to be up or like who stay up. Super, okay, where's the healer? There's the healer. And then that's bad for you. And see, that's part of it is most of the activities that I'm engaged in that, the schedule matters and stuff. Like my sister works for an after school tutoring company, and well, it's not all that she does. Because we both still live at home because it's convenient and we get along with her parents. She's getting back from that at like 8:30 p.m. So we have supper on those days pretty late as a result. Um, yes, I need to go talk to this guy for my reward. That's. Okay. And so, like, that's Tuesday and Wednesday that happens. So it's like, okay, our supper is scheduled to be super late on those days, and we could probably work around it, but, you know, it's kind of how things end up. And then, um, I have the Magic. It's Friday Night Magic, but it's Magic the Gathering thing that I like to go to. That's on Thursday. So that also goes like 6 to 10. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't necessarily all sit at the table together, but, you know, our mom's still cooking supper and makes things simple. Um. Oh, look, Coquillo's over here. You're gonna give me some fairies? You do sell red bean cakes and rice wine. Interesting. It's probably a generic thing. So yeah, often we're having schedule or like having supper ready closer to the timing for her. Um, um, do that one. Let's pick one of the other quests. And then yeah, like I said, I have that, and then the magic event, and then 2 of the Fridays a month we have a small group, that I mean, we're hosting them at our house, so I don't have to drive anywhere. Which makes things nice and simple for me. But you know, it's just the sort of thing where a lot of the stuff that I have going on is late enough at night that, like, if I was on a super early schedule, I'd be waking up at, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 a.m. probably, and that doesn't work well when you also are doing stuff until like 10 p.m. or whatever, and then you need time to wind down or whatever else it might be. So anyway, I'm just find myself tending to be on a later schedule. I do like being up before the sun and seeing the sunrise and stuff, though. I think that's really neat. Was this where I was making my armor? Oh, Voldo, the exotic over here. No, wait. I made some pieces on my assassin there. These I'm making in Nissan. Derp, derp. Still need to finish this armor set, but I need more tanned hide for that. So I'll get that in time. That was good news. I don't really need to throw any points on anything else. A lot of these guys have leveled up. Oh, where do I even start with him? He has enough blood magic for Bip, so probably raising his curses? Sure. Gwen is already level 20. Hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean there. Honestly, I think I'd be happy with, like, going to bed in the morning and waking up in the evening. Hey, Clean Star. But yeah, the graveyard shift hour is just not conducive to stuff. It's kind of a neat spot over here. I always wonder what makes certain VODs do better than others. I was just having the YouTube monthly email, I guess, from probably last month, where they like to tell you how everything did and stuff. And it is like, okay, why did this particular one do well? Was it the length? Was it the thumbnail? Was it the title? Probably some combination of things, but like, are people more inclined to watch a shorter VOD or a longer VOD, or I don't know. It's a little bit perplexing to me. Yeah, that's the thing, is like YouTube's promotional system basically is like, how was your performance in the first, like, I don't know, little bit of the video's existence? And depending upon how that goes, it decides to continue trying to promote it or stop promoting it. So it's like, it's very, it doesn't want to give videos chances because it would rather, it wants to keep people on the platform. So it tends to emphasize videos that it like, sure, that like are doing initially well. It's like, oh, this video is connecting with people. So like, according to however it determines that. And so rather than trying to saturate the market with every video to try to reach everyone, because they have limited shelf space functionally, they prioritize the stuff that's already proving to be popular because they want to keep you on your platform so they can sell more ads. It would be nice, adjusting myself here and bumping stuff as I do it. It would be nice if, at least for people, because like I understand the need for that with like regular non-subscribed YouTube, but if you're on is it still called YouTube Red or is it YouTube Premium or whatever it's called now, but the subscribed YouTube where you don't get ads, it'd be nice if it gave you controls to customize your algorithm that you're getting, because that'd actually make a certain amount of sense. If you could customize those, then you could toggle for like adjust the algorithm to give you more of what you want rather than what YouTube thinks you want, or you know, what YouTube's algorithm is trying to promote. I don't know how much they customize stuff too in that regard. I'm sure they do. This person tends to click on these sorts of videos. I'm just gonna do refuse to drink. Get ambushed by Ampha here. Do I have a stance break on any of these people? I really need to get a stance break. Oh, I've been blinded. These assassins use the powder that blinds you. Anyway, it definitely makes it a mystery to me of like, oh, this, why did this particular video do well? How much of it's the timing of when I released it? Etc., etc. That's funny. You've confused it even on the language, eh? Ooh, I hit purge conditions, it looked like. It always is really weird to me when I randomly get an ad in like Spanish or something. That's wild. How did you manage that? How did you manage to get ads in 4 different languages? Okay, I have like so many different. They're over there. Okay, that's definitely closer. That's also closer. Okay. Orientome is the closest one right now. And what 4 languages? That's the other question that I'm curious about now. Portuguese you still can't figure out. Ah, sure. Spanish and German. So I'm guessing English is one of those languages. And then, yeah, German, Spanish, and Portuguese. That's such a funky looking area over there. It's neat. Yeah. Now I kind of want to figure out gaming the systems that I could get Japanese ads, because I feel like their ads would be more interesting than the ones we make in America. That would be impressive if you could manage to get it to no longer show you English ads. I don't know. I feel like the ad industry is just so weird to me in the way that it's constructed. I find that a lot of ads are constructed in a way that just have zero appeal to me. And I'm like, couldn't this have been made in a way that... Yeah, I need to go to take down Wang over there. Wang with an E. Wange. I have a cousin who... I don't know if they still are. I know, it is a Sarah with an H versus not, saying their name was not Serha. Anyway, that's a random anecdote that popped in my brain right there. But I really wish more ads took a lead from the I'm on a horse ad that Old Spice did. So I don't even know how good it was or not, but it was novel in a way that people found enjoyable. And by people, I mean me. And, like, other people too. But, like... it was fun. I enjoyed watching it. I'm too far out of range for my allies to attack that guy. So, I don't know. It's just... ads that are trying to do emotional manipulation rather than make something look fun or interesting. Like, so many ads are not trying to sell you the product. They're trying to sell you a feeling that they want you to associate with the product. Whether that's things like companionship, or... I am maybe not paying the most attention to this. There's lots of other things too, but... like a sense of freedom and adventure, or... I don't know. They're trying to make you fantasize about how awesome your life will be if you just bought their product, instead of, like, making their product seem interesting or useful. Does that make sense? That's how it feels a lot of the time. If you buy our sweepstakes, cleaning everything will be so easy, it'll no longer be annoying to have to clean stuff. That sort of thing. Or if you buy our car, then you'll be able to have fun road trips with your friends. Friends not included. Now, see, that would be really funny. Like, if they had an ad for a car that's trying to, like, do that and really ham it up and be like, you can have a fun road trip with your friends. Friends not included. Like, that is a funny comedy bit. I know, right? Well, in your case, part of your problem is you need the friends close enough to actually do a road trip with them. And the friend with the car to do the road trip with. That also is an important part of that. That's now just making me really, like, that's hit my funny bone. Everybody Shatterstorm. Actually, I'm not clear if it's Mina or Mina for everyone in Japanese, but... Ah, joke's on you. I don't need adrenaline. That's an AoE skill, but, you know. Live in a van. Yeah, like a Class B motorhome or whatever. See, the problem with that... Well, I don't know. Maybe you have all of your books on, like, Kindle or something. I guess I don't know that. But you can't... You'd have very limited book space. And uncertainty about internet hookups. I guess you'd just use your cell phone, right? Yeah, see that would be the rough thing. You'd need to have like a custom built like bus motorhome and like half of it is just library. That would be kind of sweet actually. Just get an old bus, hollow it out. Okay, what do you actually need in here? And growing up, there's a period of years where we had one of those Class A motorhomes that is like a bus. And those things are so cool. And you have those slide out sections, and I have fond memories of that. They can actually get a decent amount of space inside too when you have the slide outs out. Need to... I'm hoping that was your D shot, but probably not because it wasn't on recharge. Distracting shot makes skills have a longer cooldown, so it's nice. Yeah. Driving them is definitely an intimidating prospect. And the fact that you don't need to have any sort of additional license to be able to drive one is also a little bit like, what? But anyway. Was there any? I know I need Mayhem in the market. Was there any others in here? I think at this point, it's just Mayhem in the market that I need to do down here. A lot of quests in this area, though. Oh, do I want to deal with Bao Bao? And all these Kappa? Sure, why not? Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Okay, well the good news is these are all not too durable. We should be prioritizing this boss. There's definitely an appeal to road trip life. I mean, we put so much money in this country into this freaking highway system. Might as well get used out of it, right? Also makes shipping, like trying to order things online, awkward because it doesn't have. You need another sort of permanent address, and I wish we had invested more in a rail system than in a highway system. Frankly, I think that would have been better, but I don't know. The highway system is neat. It's just, yeah, trains are really neat. Okay, I think I can get Broadhead Arrow down here. I should check that. But if I can, that would be good. Yeah, I haven't ridden on trains a lot, but it's because I live in the United States of America, where trains are not a great transportation option. I wonder, like, if we had a proper high-speed rail going across the country, I wonder how long it would take to get from West Coast to East Coast by train. Always cool when you can see combat happening in the distance in this game, because so much of it is localized around where you're at. So I'm going to wait for these Afflicted and Kappa to fight each other, because it's neat. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to look up Broadhead Arrow. Okay, it looks like it's not down here. Bummer. Have to go a lot further. I might spend some time on my Dervish soon, because 6 to 10 hours slightly slower than airplane. Yeah. But see, like, if you can take rail to get across the country in, less than a day, because, like, there's a certain point where if it's a day of travel, then it's kind of the same thing regardless. And if you could take rail across the country rather than flying, I feel like that would be a lot more efficient. That would be really neat if we could do that. But is there a reason? Well, I should definitely put just some random points in strength. I guess there's an argument for whatever. Choices were made. It's only a few more levels and a few more people. So hello and welcome. Tielamore? Tielamore? I don't know. I don't know how you want your name pronounced. I've done my best guess. Well, now I have to run all the way over there to pick up those 66 gold coins. And because it's split across my party, I'll get, like, I don't know, a few gold. It matters. It adds up. I guess it was the... Yeah. Ow. Well, I missed the mine burn, which was not ideal. Okay. One of the problems with melee heroes is that they will select your target, and then if they get body blocked, they don't have the intelligence to not keep that same target, which is a real issue. Yeah, see, I don't need them broadhead arrowing us. But it's like, I need to spend time on character X so I can unlock skill Y. And it's just like, ah. I'm happy to get a purple dye, though. Purple is my favorite color, so. Not just any purple, I'm very specific about it, but. I don't like that ritualist using flesh on my flesh. I should stand away from that guy before he explodes. And afflicted exploding when they die and hitting melee is not great. Really bad when you're an assassin, but as a ranger I can at least stay a little bit away if I want to. I mean, you can always run some sort of bow build, but an assassin. Critical distraction, all that. This guy is having a mental breakdown with everything that's happened, which, yeah. I mean, the basic story here is there's some sort of plague that's going on and turning everybody into monsters, so. I need to go this way. Well, I'm glad to see that the death penalty has been wiped out pretty well amongst everybody who had problems with that. Oh, that Kappa horde that we fought earlier. I was right. It was trying to ray of judgment to us. Ow. Yes. Got mine burn. I feel like a successful ranger. Never mind the fact that my poor necromancer fell on the floor. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I guess I could put Wild Blow on Koss, but Irresistible Sweep would be really good for Milani, so I think I kind of need to go this way, but I'm not thrilled about it. This is such a large group of afflicted, which is not great. Okay. I'm gonna just try to run past them. Well, that wasn't good. Sprint should help me break aggro. It's fine. We can wipe here, but I'm going to get close enough to activate this Res Shrine over here, I think. Maybe. That might not actually be feasible. Yeah. That might not be feasible. We end up back there. That's a little bit of a trek. Big thing is if they have mesmers, they have, yeah. They have a snare, which is I don't think I'm getting through this group. This will help a little bit, but yeah, no. No way. Too many spells. Rush Shrine there, but I don't think I got close enough to be able to trigger it, unfortunately. So it's not like Prophecies where it'll just be like, I don't know, whichever one's closest, and you can end up warped halfway across the map. Yeah, that's what I thought. My group was just too large. And the problem is we needed to apply pressure to the healers as well. A little hard to distribute that stuff the way it needs to be. What do we got going on with some of these runes? Hello, what the heck? Didn't I clear out everything in there? Or did more Kappas spawn for some awful reason? What's going on here? Okay. Man. There's definitely some necro skills that I'm wanting. I think I had problems there last time I was here too. I might go over there and get that shrine just in case I have problems with that boss again. Unless the boss was in the way of that. I don't remember. Right, I can just go over here though, right? Actually, another question I have is, can I get over to that res shrine to activate that one? Which might be prudent. I think this might be where the, no, I think it's a slightly different location. I was thinking of the Blood is Power boss. Obviously, I already have that unlocked on my account, so that's not important. But this little area has always been kind of neat to me. It's like this little pocket of like nicer buildings and stuff underneath the like wood of the slum areas here. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Question, of course, is which one would they consider to be closer, but I feel like a bunch of enemies respawn. I don't know what's up with that. It's not something that happens in this game normally. You really didn't need to remove daze from me. It doesn't do much. One of the things I'm seeing as a real problem with this longer ranged bow is it means that I can attack from outside aggro range, and so the rest of my party kind of just hangs out. It's not like a terrible problem or anything, but it can be kind of wonky. Okay, and there's Miju. By themselves right now? Question mark? Nope, nope. Move, 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 move. Did you all just idiotically stand in the Ray of Judgment? What is going on with these enemy spawns? Okay, the Ritualist is what we need to apply the most pressure to because it is the healer. It's important to remember that the monks are smite, kind of like a smite prot. They don't heal exactly. Okay, got it before it could lorb everyone. Good old lightning orb. Well, I don't know what happened with the enemy spawns. They were weird, but I'm through them. Didn't have anything I wanted to capture, though. Okay. Time to turn in some quests. That's what it is now. Starting with this one. You talk to Jason. I haven't done on lows. Bujo is somebody I needed to talk to for some random quest. I have one for you. Is this the one where we just needed 310 info? Yeah, that one's pretty trivial. Guardsman, ping! Actually, I probably need to go talk to the Emperor's Hand, don't I, for some of these? So that's somebody I need to talk to in the Bazaar. That's there. And I need to talk to Linro for chasing Zenmai. I just really have maybe 2 quests to turn in here. But I do want to remember to activate chasing Zenmai. Won't really use her very much, but... Okay, so where do I take the other one? Is this the one that I take to Luan? I'm just going to zone back in here this way, so that way I am at a... Okay, well, I didn't get as much of an advantageous position as I was hoping, but whatever. When you directly warp to a town, it puts you into kind of a random spot in it, versus if you walk through a zone portal, it puts you near that zone portal. So I was trying to get a little bit of a positional advantage, you might say. The plot thickens. There's Linro. So we need to talk to. I also need to talk to the guy over there. I do have an expert salvage kit, so. Minor curses. I might want to hang on to that one. Yeah, it's almost. That's definitely cheaper. Major communing. Okay, major communing is not worth anything. Minor spawning power sold out. Okay. I think some of these things that I'm expecting wood from at this point, I'm going to go ahead and identify. What do plague idols salvage into? Okay. Wonder if they have a chance of being steel. I'm going to assume not. Oh yeah, minor wilderness survival is something that I'm going to want for myself anyway. Okay, minor curses. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to want to run Olias. Obviously, I have him kind of going blood and curses right now. But I might want to do minion mastering with him. Livia, I often do blood magic and master of whisper curses. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine for now, but like long term not. I might give him this minor curses then. Maybe. I'll just put it in my bank for now, probably, because I feel like that's one that I'm going to want to use. Oh, Jason, I need to talk to him. Can these putrid cysts give me tantide? It gave me dust. Nice. Unlocked a bad fortitude mod. This is just use a signative capture. Okay, I want to put stuff in my bank before I worry about. That's up there. Is there a rare scroll trader near here? It's rare materials. I'm just gonna go to my guild hall. I'm tired of running around Kainang Center. It's big. And I'm not finding people. Working on that dye collection. Do I just want to... I'm just going to get... It's only worth 41 gold, though. It's mat supply's probably not great, but still. Oh, I got a ceiling it from it, so that feels worth it. Yeah, I'm going to merchant the rest of that. Okay. Actually, I don't 100% know what I'm going to want to do with this character next, but I'm just going to leave her in Vizuna Square, because chances that I want to do that are pretty high. What I really want is I want to get Elias access to Barbs, though, so that means getting Barbs. So that means playing my Necromancer. I'm going to check to see if Barbs is one of the things I need to get off of a skill quest or not, though. It does not look like it. Okay, that's acquirable in quite a few locations. I'm going to hop on my Necro. I want to get Barbs, and I want to get Irresistible Sweep. You have... Yeah, you have Kinetic Center. I can get Barbs here, so this is going to be trivial. What is your armor right now? Okay, it is level 60 stuff, so that's good. Yeah, the Xingje stuff is pretty good actually too. You can see why I chose it. Did I put that in here? Well, there's a superior death. Oh, well, that goes on this hat. Hang on. I'm just gonna draw some platinum, and I'm not gonna buy everything, but okay, barbs. I want. She doesn't have this. I got it on somebody else. Order of Pain also actually a skill that I want here. I'm gonna check this one to make sure it's not off of a quest too, though. Order of Pain. Okay, no skill quest for this one either. This would actually also be really useful on my physically plentiful party. You know what? I'm just going to buy a couple Signals of Capture and drop the rest of this back into my bank. Okay, so this is a Death Magic hat, so... Hey, Davy Jones' locker. How's it under the sea? I see part of this is I don't have a lot of insignia on her. Okay. I need to clear out stuff from here. Okay, that's a future me concern. I have a bunch of... Okay, where's my Gwen? I like to make Gwen domination. Okay. Because I got a bunch of domination runes because they were cheap. That was my reasoning. Cool. I need to do more stuff on this Necro at some point in time, but I got Barbs and Order of Pain, which is kind of what my priority was. Right there. I want to get Irresistible Sweep on this character, but I might need to get further. This is Gates of Kryda, which is not a good... Let's just say it's low choice. Kefka Marrow Feast. Sure, why not? Okay. Can I go to Black Tide Den? I can. Have I done Black Tide Den? I have. Okay, I am up to there. I have Sunspear Sanctuary. Let's see if I can just buy Irresistible Sweep in here then. Am I still working on armor on her? Nope, this is a 70 AL stuff. So this is... I mean, it needs to be dyed something fierce, but... But she is further into Nightfall than I had realized, so that's good. Okay. So the NPCs here that teach you skills, I'm pretty sure I have not unlocked yet. Let's check where... Hello, if I can spell Irresistible correctly. Oh, I can't get into Kodesh Bazaar anyway, so I have to get this character a lot further. Blah. Okay. Okay. We're going to spend some time playing my Dervish. That is what I have decided. Oh, I have the... Nice. I have the good scythe here on this character, so that's good. I'll just need to deposit that money later. Let's go get costs. Need to put a thing on this one, too. Oh, this one's illusion magic. I probably need to update everybody's bars. Sure, you can do that, Mox. Or Milani, whoever. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to update people's bars. But we'll not worry about that too much right now. What color do I want this to be? Kind of want to make it blue. Because the promo... Is that the same armor? No, this is Easton, and that's, I think, Cornin, maybe? I'm just thinking about... these are some tall reeds, let me tell you what. The promo Dervish is in blue. I might still make her blue. Maybe if I can swing at a blue-white mix eventually. That's going to be a problem in a moment. Called it. I have Remedy Signet. That doesn't help with all of the nonsense that's happening against me. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, like, seriously, what is that area? So the problem there is that I was surrounded by 10,000 ineptitude, or not ineptitude, just clumsiness, thankfully, but clumsiness spamming enemies. Oh my goodness, I can't do anything. All the clumsiness was interrupting everything and just absolutely curb stomping me. Which reminds me, I had a strange dream this morning where I was in some sort of restaurant place. I don't know. It was odd. The usual guy who tournament organizes at the card shop I go to was running like this place, and there was a display freezer full of, I kid you not, ice cream. Like, just not in a container or anything, just a loaf of ice cream, kind of, or like an ice cream spill. You could order ice cream if you wanted. But, anyway, the reason why I was bringing it up is because at one of the tables people were playing... So if you've ever watched on the Card Market YouTube channel for Magic the Gathering, they will have... Sometimes they bring out what they call the Party Box, which I think was inspired by Pleasant Kenobi. But regardless, this is where I'm most familiar with it. And it is like mostly Magic cards, but there's a bunch of other like cards from other games and stuff thrown in there. So it's something kind of like that. And that they're playing with. And it involved at some point, so it was like Magic plus like other card games thrown in there for good measure, and like just playing cards and stuff. I don't know what was going on. But at some point somebody cast Empathy from Guild Wars 1 on a creature, and like the skill icon just like as a card or something, and it was very strange. So anyway, that was an interesting little bit of a dream that I had. Kind of nice, actually, in a way. I was thinking about getting some ice cream, so I was looking at the flavors. My favorite, I have a number of different ice cream things I like, but I like ones with brownie chunks in them. Those are especially like, give me that. It's seriously not until Vabi? My goodness. We have to go through so much game before we get to Vabi. I know, because I just did it recently on my warrior. Have I done all of the quests to get all of my attribute points on this character? Like, I can't do anything about this stupid whirling defense spam until I have it. Well, okay. I'd kind of like a leadership scythe. This might sound strange. I have to go around. But the reason is because then I could use the Sunspear Paragon skill with some effectiveness. Okay, I'll get costs back. I definitely should check the Sunspear Great Hall. Okay, I do have all for one and one for justice, so I should be doing that. Does this connect here? You never know if there's a little bit of ground underneath the water until you get over to it, you know? Okay, they want us to fight these guys first. I will oblige. What I should do, actually, is I should go capture some of the avatar skills, because they can be got in the areas around. Well, I'll take that. Twin Moon can't be blocked, which is nice. But it does require... yeah. What is Kudos? Oh, this is a barrage caver. I need to remember to do that when I bring my ranger here. Okay, and then I need to go see Luna for my reward, but that would be stupid to do right away, because I want to go get the outpost over here. Man, I have not done this on very many characters on this account. I don't remember doing this on my warrior. It was so long ago that I did it. Is that elementals? I don't even know if I even fought any elementals. Okay, now that I have this outpost, I can go back to Loni for my reward. There's no reason not to just stop by there. Okay. Why do I have this in here? This should just be getting merged off. Oh, maybe I was thinking about using it on like cost or something. But I have the bonus shield, so that's better. Virtuosos. I'll have to check to see if that one has any value. I'll grab that quest as well. Okay. Yeah, this one I definitely want to check to see if it has any value. Spears are often... 9 to 33. That's not good. Okay, it's worse than what Milani has. Okay, yeah, she has a spear that I got from Eye of the North. That makes sense. I don't need the starter spear. I don't know why I have that. And I'm pretty sure that rusty machete is just not good. I'm gonna kick for Koss because Koss needs more levels. He's using a bad axe. Don't like that plan. That doesn't seem like a good plan. Okay, new plan. That new plan is sell things to merchant and then figure out what weapons I actually want to give people. My bonus on this is so much worse than it is on my main account, but it's still better than this malarkey. Do I have a white die? So, like, first of all, I'm going to give Koss a good shield. This shield is not good. Yeah, see, I don't have very many things that I get with this. I don't mind him being axe, but I do mind him having a 6 to 13 damage axe because it's just so terrible. I'm going to hang on to this bow for the time being. Actually, I can use this summoning stone if I remember to. I'm going to get rid of the rest of these. Most of these are not great. The Sundering Rhino's charge is probably a little bit better for cost than this axe. I'll give him it for now. Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, eventually I'll get the ability to give my heroes weapons that don't suck, but we need to build our way to that. Also, we need to give him hammer mastery. What is this? Hammer mastery. Okay. Do I have crude swing? I have counter blow. Counter blow is good. I don't have crude swing yet, which is a failing of some kind. I do like forceful blow. Let's give him enraged smash. counter blow. A lot of other hammer attacks that I'd like that he does not have access to right now. He's gonna just be really annoying is what he's gonna be. Sure, defensive stance. Hear me. I'm gonna give him sprint. Not a very good sprint, but it is a sprint. And resurrection chant. Right. I'd rather run thunderclap. Oh, and definitely res chant. Should get him a rune at some point, but it's also just not a huge priority. Sure, she can keep running that whatever nonsense. Yeah, let's go Rodgort's Breath of Fire. And res chant. You're fine, but you can also run res chant instead of resurrect. I have to go through all of these guys and do this. Little tedious. I don't mind this build though. I normally do go domination with her though. Yeah, it's just so much better. It's hard not to. I'll give her a rune for it. Here's empathy. Yeah, so it's like a full-sized kind of card of this art being put on a creature. In Magic, it just doesn't make any sense, but dreams don't need to, so. Cry of Frustration's good. I like Chaos Storm. Probably avoid Hex Eater Vortex. Go with Unnatural Signet, because I like the damage from that. Yeah. I like Healing Breeze, but I don't think he's using it intelligently a lot of the time. So I'm going to give him that instead. Drop Heal Party. Heal Party's 2 energy hungry anyway. What do I want here? Healing Whisper is a little bit wonky to use. Dwayne's Kiss, obviously. That's what should be on this bar. I'm okay with Healing Whisper staying there, though. I'd rather go with Peace and Harmony. Don't really feel like I need to remove Hex when I have that, though. Healing Hands, I guess, is fine. Okay. No, I don't have either white or black. I do have Superb Char Carvings in 2 places, though. 3 places. Wow, that was an extremely inefficient use of my bank. What would this look like with silver in it? Slightly darker. So one of the cool things about the dye system in this game is mixing dyes. Interesting. So brown makes it a little darker. Silver makes it a little bit lighter. I'll have to think about what color I actually want to dye it. It's going to be a while, though. I'm kind of letting my dyes naturally accumulate. Okay, okay, I don't currently have any Sickness of Capture on me. Okay, I want to go do all for one for justice, so I'm just going to dump this party for now. Drop by the Sunspear Great Hall, because I need to check to see if I have I don't have a bunch of those quests, but it's the rank officer. Okay, I've probably done those ones already then. I'm a commander. Okay. I think I need to go talk to Menlo. What is the requirement for being able to do the... Or do I have them already? No? Okay, I am deeply confused. I haven't taken a character from Nightfall to the other campaigns in quite some time. I was pretty sure you talked to Menlo. In order to be able to get the quests to go to other places. Maybe you have to be level 20 as well? Question mark? Okay, well, whatever. Let's just get everybody who's not max level into this party and then Gwen and Vec, because they're good. I am deeply confused at the moment. But I'm just going to go over here, go to the guild hall, and go buy some Sickness of Capture, because I don't know where else to get them. Oh, well, I mean, there's other places I could go to buy them, but, like, this is just a convenient location, you know? I'm not going to need this much money. You're the merchant. You're the weaponsmith. There's a skill trainer. It's the elementalist looking fellow down here. There. 5 Sickness of Capture. Let's buy a 6th just for prestige. What prestige? I don't know. Actually, is there anything wonky going on in the crafting material market right now that I want to be taking advantage of? Bones are really valuable. My bone supply is pretty good. Dust is actually also fairly valuable at the moment. Chitin, hide, cloth, and wood are low. Definitely think it makes sense to sell some of these off. I don't need a whole lot of them, so the raw funds make more sense at the moment. Especially since bone is so high for some strange reason. Iron is plentiful enough that it's probably not gonna... It used to be something that iron would be a lot more, but I don't know. The markets have just not been favorable to it lately. This is such a tedious process. The thing that's interesting about this is the price is set by the system, not by players. So like Guild Wars 2 has an auction house, right? And bone is actually worth a little bit more now. And that one sets the value of things by the players. And what you'll end up finding is players will try to sell stuff for really high or buy them for really low. And as it gets more to its true values, one might say, according to market principles, they basically tend to equate each other or be off by like a copper or whatever. Well, this is a nice war chest for being able to buy stuff. So anyway, what ends up happening as a result of that is that only the stuff that's like closest to the middle are the ones that are happening, right? So for like more common things like mithril or iron or whatever, the I'm pretty sure iron is actually more valuable than mithril in Guild Wars 2 because of the wonkiness of how supply works in that game. But let's ignore that. Because of the way that things kind of converge, you have a lot of like glut of low ball orders that don't get filled and high ball orders that, or high ball cells that don't get bought, unless the middle stuff kind of gets eaten away. But when you have a set price by the NPC, then all of that like vanishes and it's just like, okay, whatever the trader is doing. And I think that there's something better in some regards for the game in terms of like moving stuff around to kind of have the some of that economic price setting be set indirectly through the system rather than by players kind of moving it towards the acceptable point. It still works on supply and demand, but it's a different way that it does it, and it abstracts it more in a way, or obscures it more. I think there's some amount of value to that. Okay. Well, I'm currently stuck here in Nightfall, and it might be that I need to get to a higher level, but I'm going to just drop the res skill for now. I don't think I need it. I don't know where the... Oh, it's probably there. Actually try heading from Pogon Passage to see if that works. Because I'd like to go capture the avatar skills. I was just finishing reading the Avatar The Last Airbender Magic the Gathering set previews earlier, and so that's what is in my mind when I say Avatar. But that is not what I mean. Obviously. Man, it would be sweet if you could use Pious Renewal with, like, Avatar of Balthazar or whatever. I actually really want the Dwayna one. But I think this outpost now has the relevant figure in it. That wasn't ideal, but Pious Renewal has a long recharge if you don't use the thing to make it shorter. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to be a little careful clearing this out. Will be good for promo points though. Actually, I want to go get this group because it's wandering around a little bit. Remember that I have Remedy Signet. And also Running Sweep, which is an anti-enchantment skill. I'm pretty sure this is one of the... Yeah, Acolyte of Grenth over there. This is why I want Irresistible Sweep. By the by. Ow. In my defense, that was a lot of damage all at once. Yeah, Avatar of Growth and a bajillion experience points. Okay, it's good to start getting these collected. Immune disease and inflict disease. Yeah, definitely a solid skill. Okay. Probably easiest to get to the rest of them from the Sunspear Sanctuary, though. Yeah. Probably. Let's actually go see what these quests that from Dunkora are. Why did I have to spawn in all the way over here? These quests from Dunkora are as well. Right, I have this that I can be using and I forgot about it. Why do I have this rusty machete? You know, I'm just going to sell that for the 30 gold. Well, okay, so if I get like 4 and they're currently worth like 9. Yeah, I should just sell it for its gold value. Prisoners of War. Okay, cost, you have a quest. Fool's Luck. Yeah. And cost is Elixir. These are a lot of quests that I don't tend to do. Okay, yeah, that requires me to get up in ranks, so I might as well do these quests. I should definitely start by taking care of the Acolyte, though. Over there. And we'll go do the rest of it. I think the door's just opened. This is Avatar of Balthazar. Having it at the same time that I have Past Renewal is going to make for some very fun times for a brief period of, like, a nice little window. This is full of soldiers. Maybe not 100% ideal. Well, that was rude. Oh, this is Lissa. Okay. Ow. Okay, I don't have BIP. Well, never mind that Prospirit. Okay, mind that Prost spirit. There's a friggin' priest over there. Okay, well, we're not really going to be able to clear these guys out until we deal with that priest. I think we're going to wipe here, which is fine. Yeah, that was not a place to res. Sometimes you just take the L. My goodness, cost is a lot of death penalty. That actually makes him a really good target for Prost Spirit, but... Oh, maybe? Is Balthazar the one down there? There's a bunch of quests in the Ronjock area, too, that I should do. But definitely the fact that we were dealing with one thing was definitely rough. Anyway. See if we can go up there and clear these guys out. Boss needs a Prost Spirit. Be a lot easier to kill him when the healer isn't able to, you know, heal them. I like that they have a bunch of these avatars as costumes in Guild Wars too. I would just wish they would finish the set. Okay, I don't really have a good spot to put attributes right now. Because they have, like... They're missing Grantham, Landry, and Cormier. Which obviously Cormier doesn't have a form in this one, but... They don't have the equivalent of a Landry form, and they don't have the equivalent of... Because they have Balthazar, Lissa, and Duena. Works a lot better if I have my hand aligned properly. Yeah, this is not especially good with my current rest of my bar. Um, it makes this recharge in half the time, but Pious Renewal recharging faster is deeply irrelevant to life. Because when it ends, it recharges. And stealing energy is also not super useful. I mean, it's not nothing, but this Avatar of Bliss is like one of the more build around avatars, and I'm not currently built around it. Still, it's good to have it added as and available. I'd rather have it than not, you know, that sort of thing. And having the duration on Enchanted Haste is nice, but it definitely has the least synergy with the Pious Renewal bar. Or very low synergy with Pious Renewal bar, at least. It's nice to have some enchantment removal going on. I don't know why they haven't made a Grenth and Melandrew and Cormier outfits. They're definitely like the least easy to outfit, I suppose. But they have a Grenth hood, so I don't know. It's very perplexing to me. Talking about Guild Wars 2, obviously. They also have the, like... They have themed costumes in this, too. But they're, like... acolytes of sort of costumes, rather than... Anyway. Haha! I can kind of hit you once. It also does a little bit of damage. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay, I just have to go see Lona for my reward now. I've done out here what I wanted to do. Just gonna run back. Also, I don't have any energy problems because I have a freaking scythe that gives me energy whenever anything near me dies, so... Yeah. I'm just gonna go see Lona for my reward. I'm not gonna actually run my way all the way back there. Yes, you're welcome. Not what I was expecting from that. Barb skin is pretty cool, actually. A lot of times these give you wood, though, and that's not really something I'm feeling a super big need to try to accumulate right now. I do need to stop by a merchant, but I don't want to run all over the place doing that. It's nice that selling that bone got me a giant pile of cash, though. Yeah, here's the skill trainer. So I did get the skill trainer unlocked, so that's good. Irresistible's not ready for me to pick up yet, so... Go for the eyes is a good skill. So let's find their weakness. Yeah, there's a bunch of useful skills here. Heart of Fury would be a nice one to grab. Pious Fury is a little bit better for my current bar, but... Well, none of these are a huge priority at the moment, at any rate, so... I have 2 hero skill points. Yeah, so there's nothing to fear. Plus 1 second for every 2 ranks in leadership. Like, it lasts a little bit longer with the other thing. It's certainly not ideal. I certainly don't need it. Critical agility actually would be really spicy with an of assassin suffix, though. Because then it lasts 9 seconds. Which is long enough to be usable, I think. The interrogation. Yeah. This was Marga Coast. Near where I need to be for this. Yes? Question mark? Like, this whole area is a really cool idea that I feel like got flubbed in the execution a little bit. Where this outpost is too big and it's like getting anywhere from it is just kind of inconvenient. And the idea of a base that you can build up has to be an explorable, but they didn't put a Shunlight chest out there, which was, in my opinion, a huge oversight. You can't come out here for a rune trader. That's interesting. Oh, here's a capture and the signal of capture. I like never do this. And you have the one about moving the herds. Okay, what do I need to do for this? Okay, well, I know the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this way and take out the thing there. Do I have... No, I definitely was sloppy when I was doing stuff out here before. That is a bit of a ridge I can't go over. So, like, the idea of what you're doing here is you go out and you do quests and you build up the NPCs in the command post. And that's really cool. And in so doing, you also advance your rank because you need to get up to the general rank, I guess, for to be able to actually continue. It's fine. But it felt like a lot of people just grind bounties. And I think I don't know that the bounties was a bad idea exactly, but this is one of the things that ArenaNet does. And you see it actually happen in Guild Wars 2 as well. In a different sort of form. But it's the same sort of concept. where it's like, okay, here is an objective that basically requires you to fill a meter by doing other random stuff out in the world. And it's not a bad idea by any means, because what it's doing is it's encouraging you to do like quests and other stuff. But the problem is people want to do it in the, quote, most efficient way possible, unquote, in order to be able to continue the story. It's like you have this happen here now, and they eventually kind of altered things, so you kind of side vent it. Okay, this is Melandru. So, and they do that, like, the first spot that they really did that was in factions, where it's like, okay, you need to build up faction with your chosen faction. And that, like, makes total sense. But the issue became that, like, people were like, oh, now I have to grind out this faction. I was like, you don't have to grind out the faction by whatever. You can just do quests, and that works. Like, why not just do quests? And they'll do that in Guild Wars 2 of like, oh, fill out this heart, or do events in this area or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it's the same sort of thing, right? It's just like, do stuff. What's open-ended in terms of exactly what stuff you want to do. Because, like, this might be tricky to make an outfit out of, but they totally could. I don't know. I think they totally could make an outfit out of that in Guild Wars 2, but anyway, my point is that players often are like, oh, now I have to grind to be able to continue the story. And it does feel bad because it totally interrupts the speed of things, but also, like, makes the world more cohesive. So I have mixed feelings about it. I think it's not an unreasonable thing to do. But people are so used to, like, having basically a main quest point be do a bunch of side quests now is kind of unusual. And I understand that. Okay. There's other things I'm going to want to get out here, but yeah, because I didn't even get that. Okay. This one is definitely, like, okay with this. If maybe not. Like, Balthazar is probably, and Dwayna are probably going to be the best combined with Pious Renewal. Because Dwayna heals everybody when you lose a Dervish enchantment. What is this boss? I don't remember. It's fine. But anyway, so, like, they eventually made it so that way foreign characters, you either get to general or be recruited from foreign lands, and be a leader or be recruited from foreign lands was something that they added later as a qualifier, because people didn't like having to do that. I heard those gold coins drop. This build would be extremely good. I think it would be very interesting if there was a rune that, I don't know how you design this. It would have to have some serious downside, but it would basically let you equip 2 elites. I think that would be very cool. Where's Nareshi, actually? I should check that, too. Okay, she's over there. And where do I need to go for Lion's Meditation? Okay, it's a little bit of a closer location. That's not the button I meant to hit. Closer than I was expecting. A lot of... Oh, Mandragore being called Corrupted Nature, I see. I really don't mind having Mending Touch disabled right now, or Mend Ailment disabled right now, especially not when I'm removing conditions as aggressively as I am. Okay, somebody leveled up. Man, these guys dropped a lot of gold coins, didn't they? That's kind of nice. Wonder how much longer I should go. Okay, let's see. I want to do that. I need to do that. That's elsewhere. Right, that's all the way on the Barber Shore, yeah. Okay. So that is all the way over there. Oh, I can turn that in. This one's a little bit closer. Let's go do that one. Oh, absolutely take a bunch of rewards for capturing a skill. What are you doing out here? Sunspear peasants. A group of peasants attending to enter Sunspears. How many men were in your unit? Where's your unit now? Have you seen any other Sunspears? The group is the only one. Heard that most who survived the battle when captured or found dead. Importance and Bacchus prison. That's all I know. Let me go wipe out. Okay. So I'm gonna go to the Milani meditation first. In case that has us go back. I think I just saw my cartography title. Yeah, my Lona exploration title. I think I just saw it tick up a little bit back there. That's interesting. Neat. Just looking at the text. I would have read it during the slow playthrough because I did all of the side quests then, but that was a while ago, so. I remember when Avatar of Land just straight up made you immune to conditions, and it was just so potent in PvP. I like the fact that Stoneflesh Aura encourages you to have ways of dealing with it, enchantments. Ooh, an infectious nightmare. See other Jonah for my reward. Excellent. I don't know if the scout group is something that we need to lead back to the town, or like town or not, basically. To Ronjok. I don't remember. So just in case, that's why I wanted to take care of that first. Always do like seeing an enemy using Frenzy. Dang, 307 gold coins? What the heck? That's an atypically large amount. And I'll take it. That might actually have been a cleave boss, and I just did not pay any attention. Are these the scroll guys? I think these might be like scroll trader and stuff. Somebody just gained a level. Couldn't tell you who. Might have been Koss. I clearly did a bunch of stuff without Koss, so... I can tell because it's so much lower level than everyone else. Magunda is quite aware of the situation in his own sort of way. Ooh, minor command rune. Neat. It's probably not worth anything. Radiant might be. I'll have to check that. I think I have radiant armor on this character right now, don't I? Yeah. I tend to like radiant because I like the increased max energy. And it tends to be cheap. More maximum health makes things like Prosperity a little worse, so... do I have enough to buy a new expert salvage kit? I do not. Yeah, then I hit the people who are level 20. That's when I probably need to talk to the Loni for my reward. Yeah. Slowly but surely climbing that up. I may go back to Easton to do more side quests as well, because I'd get more points there too. But I don't have any specific plans in that regard just yet. Makes me a lot tankier. I was gonna say it'd be cool if they had skills like this in Guild Wars 2, but they do. They have the Norn form ones at minimum. I don't know if they have a lot of form change skills though. It's just built in a very different way. I know they have shroud type skills. I can change like visual effects on you, but bug. Just whole host of bugs. What's up with all the bugs all of a sudden? They're bugging me. I don't even know if that was clever enough to be funny. I like how this area is a little bit rainy. Come on, cows. You get a cattle prod on this guy. They are wrecking the cows. What is up with this? Like, the thing just said 3 had to survive, right? So we're doing okay for the moment, but... Man, these cows are made of paper. Oh, they're level 5. No wonder they're made of paper. You haven't really been raising your cows to be particularly strong here. Probably not super important, though. Hopefully that's the greatest threat we face. My goodness. I wish I had charge right now. Okay, let's go fight these Cornins. Take, like, nothing from Meteor, but... kind of happy they're slow when I need to go fight off a group of enemies, but... You're bogas. Okay, and then I need to go talk to the herdsman for my reward. Which does require running all the way over there. So I'm not going to. I'm just... Hopefully this doesn't, like, reset this quest. It shouldn't, but... Yeah. Okay, good. Need sunward marches and... High bluffs? How many have I gotten so far? I've gotten... 1, 2... 2? No, I have 3. Lissa, Melandru, and Grenth. Where did I get them from? I got the one there, and I got the one there. Oh, I got that one there. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I did get the Sunward Marchers one. I'm going to go back over here and step out to go get the quest reward. That makes sense to do. And I can also buy one of those things while I'm at it. I'm going to turn this back on. Although, I've been feeling a little meh about it just because of the energy usage. They're definitely having a hard time managing their energy well, which is a bit irksome. It makes me wonder if I should go ahead and assign BIP to someone else. I don't want to do Juno's quest, it's annoying, so I'm going to ignore him. What did I get in this? Blessed. Oh, that's gonna be money. Almost certainly. Habe, what do you make? Oh, you make 15 over 50 stuff? Oh, that's not bad. They're expensive, though. That's the problem, is I don't want to spend money on crafting weapons right now when I need to be spending it on skills and armor. Actually, what's the state of the staves that you make and stuff? Oh, they're also 15 over 50. That makes sense. They can be. It's not especially useful, but they can be. Okay, got a decent spawn-in point here, which is nice. I forget where this last one goes. Still working on that general status. Okay, sunward marches. This does kind of take you. Okay, it's back in here. Yeah, this is the one that's over that way. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I want to go out this way. There should be. Where is Avatar Balthazar? High Bluffs. Dwayna. Yes, the form, please. Oh, this is the Jaren Estate. Okay, so there's nothing up here then. Yeah, okay. So there's one over here, which is probably in that fortress, and then Jaren Estate is elsewhere. Okay, never mind. Go back inside. Dark Ward. Yeah, where is the relative things? It's out this way. Okay, let's just go out towards Jahai. I'm trying to figure out my way around all this. What do you have for Dervish skills, by the way? Yeah, give me running touch. Array of Frustration is good. Energizing Course is good. It's kind of a default. Okay, I'm just gonna pick up that one for now. Pet tamers let you trade in your pet, or like give your pet away, so that way you can get a new pet. But it's kind of the introduction of the Zaishin Menagerie kind of makes it not so great. Yeah, this is probably in the Fortress of Jahai that I need to go. Probably. I don't know where else it would be. I should confirm that, though, before I fight my way up there. Back. Oh, no, it's not. It's just south. Okay. Oh, but I should bring 2 signals of capture to this. Okay, this is why this is annoying. I should bring 2 signals to capture because there's a Paragon boss there also. Like, the idea behind this outpost is so good, and then the execution is just falls flat because it's so spread out. It just makes it so deeply inconvenient to use. Replace that stack of iron that I sold earlier. Actually, there was a skill trainer. Just gonna grab 10 plat and see what skills I can buy. Let's grab Heart of Fury. That one's nice to have on hand, but maybe not that important yet. Go for the eyes. And let's grab Fallback. Fallback will be very nice to have available. Man, Godspeed would be so good if it didn't have such a long recharge. If restoration was longer. Okay, I'm gonna save my funds for now because other people also need skills. Oh, I will grab Wounds of Disenchantment. That's a good one. Okay, I used up all of the capital that I brought. Never mind. Well, not all of it, but most of it. Okay. I'm gonna go to Jahai Bluffs. I'm glad I checked. The fortress is just south. I don't need to, or the thing, so I don't need to go all the way down there. I had forgotten about the Paragon boss being there as well, so I'm glad glad I checked. How long has this stream been going? A little while. I'll probably... What? I have to decide how long I want to go with it, so I've got about... I don't know, maybe another 45 minutes to an hour that I want to go, probably, roughly. Should probably tweak Milani's bar here. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Yeah, I should absolutely open that. I want to get this group. This is one of the, like, once a month chests. It opens it for free, has some stuff inside of it. A very neat mechanic. It'll take it a little bit to recharge those. So, like I said, it's the once a month chest. Okay, there's the Acolyte of Balthazar. We just Balthazar'd up. Locking some of our casters on their healers. And this is where things get nutty, because this gives me setting enemies on fire when I lose a Dervish enchantment, so I'm going to be able to keep these guys on fire a lot. Also, that seems to have gotten me to level 20, so that's nice. Let's just say you weren't meant to do Pious Renewal with the avatar forms for a very good reason. This is very good. Okay, somewhere around here there should also be a Paragon boss. Captain Argon, yeah, over there. Isn't Argon one of the gases? The noble gas or something? Glad I got this one first. Lets me have some fun doing this nonsense. I don't even know if the skill I'm about to capture is one I even consider good, but we're here to capture it, so. Okay, I had 2 whole pendants. That's how you know he's a boss. It is a good skill. It's not a skill that I can particularly use because it's a leadership skill, but I'm not planning on making a Paragon on this account, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's the chant Aegis. All right. Behold, golden wings. Okay, and I got that treasure chest. And what is this? Energy storage? Interesting. I don't know if I'll have any use for any of these parts. I'm probably actually just going to merchant this off. Probably. Major mysticism. Nice unlock, I guess. Medium strength of honor. It's a better one than I had unlocked before. Weaker memory mod, though, so that's not going to unlock anything. Okay. I'm going to go back here and see about locating Dwayna. What is this? Okay. How did I end up with that much cash? Oh well, doesn't matter. Yeah, this is the way I need to go for Dwayna. Out here somewhere. Do I want to start changing up Melania's bar at all? Probably not yet. Yeah, right. Actually, I do want to change it up a little bit. Oh, she also can just get more points. Skullcrack is kind of an ambitious skill in many regards. I think I might make her Avatar of Melandria and give her a Wild Blow. Yeah, those are supposed to stay on. fine. I'll make her tankier, I guess. Let's just go for You're All Alone. Hey, Hogan the Unpredictable. Actually, I'm going to have a bunch more things to do out here later, but that's okay. I'm getting a lot closer to this, getting where I need to be with that. Okay, the big thing that I need out here is to know where this actual spot is. I assume it's the spot up there, but, or is it over there more? Whatever, I'm gonna head that way first. That makes the most sense to me. That Wandering Priest is probably worth visiting as well. Yeah, that guy's just rude. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cornered military bounty. That's Corporal Lulu, which actually I think is Paragon boss. Colonel Custo. I should check where this Jaren Estate bosses are. Stupid siege thing is not particularly damaging, but the interrupts are really annoying. Maybe I'll just capture that instead. I don't know what elite it is, but if it's incoming, it'll be very nice to have access to. Oh, it's Cautery Signet. I'm pretty sure I have that already. Just saw it being used. But that's like as generic as you can get, so. Yeah, it's Cautery Signet, right? Yeah. No need to get that. Yeah. Giving Wild Blow to Milani was definitely the right call. Not what I wanted it to do exactly, but the right call nonetheless. Okay, the Acolyte of Dwayna is back in there. No, these bowmen are aggroed on us. They were just hiding it by being rangers. And therefore standing at a distance. Custo's a ranger. I'll probably need to come here then on my ranger to capture that. Probably. Where did this person run off screen from? What is your elite? Oh, you're probably Infuriating Heat. Not... Yeah, you are. Absolutely. I mean, I will need to capture that. It's not a skill that I use particularly because I don't tend to use nature rituals. They really needed to give nature rituals the activation reduction that they did. Binding rituals. Mind you, I do think that made binding rituals too powerful in PvE, but that's beside the point. My mouse was over cost, and I thought I got a green drop, but it was just costs. The green cost drop. 25 tanned hide squares. My goodness, thanks. I need those. Dominus touch. Nice. Yeah, definitely a healing style bar. Part of our problem is our healers are out of energy. Yeah, nice skills there too, but this is what I'm here for. There we go. That gives me all 5 avatars skills. Man, I kind of... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go to like an outpost or something. I need to get access to the barber store anyway. Let's just go ahead and make our way over there. I want to spend a little bit of time with Avatar of Dwayna. Just because I do have Pious Renewal, and I kind of want to be able to enjoy that. Even if it is only briefly, because we're pretty close, actually, to the outpost here. It's a lot of healing output, which is neat. Definitely need to make sure I activate this before Cornin's Siege gets off. The interrupted part is the part that's the worst part about that. It's like Maelstrom, right? You don't use Maelstrom because it deals damage. You use Maelstrom because it interrupts. I have a frog bounty. I might as well fight these guys. Definitely going to have to title this VOD Capturing the Avatars. Because it amuses me too much not to. Yeah, I need to go over that way. No, we got these crags on us now. Having these available will also make Krita easier. I should also make sure I check in at Consulate Docks after this to see if Menlo gives a quest once you're level 20. I could absolutely see that being a restriction. I'm getting really close to General, though, so that's neat. I'm gonna go do that other quest, though, before I worry about it. The one that I already picked up for completing the command post. See, I think this should just lead over to the outpost here. Yeah, it does. Now, mind you, I'm probably going to stick to Pious Renewal for now, but it feels good to have all of those captured. There's more stuff to do off of that direction. I want to go get Grunt's Grasp, actually. Skill that I like, and it's not that far. This one might actually be metal. No, it's wood. It was also wood. I was expecting bone, if I'm going to be blunt. There's a lot of things that just randomly are wood that you wouldn't expect it to be wood. Kind of annoying. Yeah, I like that once you do that quest, the herdsman now is hanging out over here. I think that's a really neat little thing that they did. I mean, it makes sense for them to do so, but still, I'm going to say I like it because I do. One of the values of Avatar of Dwayna. I'm going to run on those rocks weird. Well, I'm looking at things. But one of the things I like about Avatar of Dwayna is it makes your Dervish attack skills remove hexes from you, which is really useful in certain scenarios. I don't really benefit from killing these guys overly much, aside from drops. Horn and Key. There's a chest right nearby, but there's also 225 gold, and the thing from the chest probably not going to be worth that much. Probably just going to be a purple. You know what? I'm curious enough that since there's a chest right here, I'll go ahead and open it. Yeah, see, it's just a purple air staff. Purple air staff worth 112 gold, so I just lost 113 gold by opening the chests. It's kind of what I expected, to be honest. Chests are just not worth it. They price the keys way too high. Okay. 'Cause, 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 Let's drop some stuff off. This I'm going to examine. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't care about what this is doing either. Dance with Death is a potentially useful mod, but I'll get plenty of those later that I'm sure over the course of this account's lifetime, and so therefore I'm not going to worry about it. Back over to 30 plat, which is good. That represents a bunch of skills that I'll be able to acquire later. Yeah, okay, might as well go over around this way. Yeah, there's an armor craft over here. I don't need more armor on this character, so it's not something I'm worrying about. I will probably get like each of these characters' prestige sets eventually, or you know, an armor set that I'm more enamored with that's more expensive. But they do work as merchants to sell junk too. Yes, get this out of here. So this is just Sunspear, Estonian, Elonian. Yeah, it's Elonian that's in the promo. Promo image for... Oh, I forgot to change my skills. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. Good thing I noticed. This armor, I believe, has the elite stuff. Yeah, so you can make elite Sunspear armor here, which I don't actually know what that looks like offhand. It's an interesting looking top, though. I mean, I think I might have that somewhat on one of my other characters, but it doesn't matter right now. It's male character, so it doesn't matter. Different style. I have Hexbreaker or Riat, you say. Do I just want to put the Sunspear Reaper Signet on? No, I should just... Well, okay. The problem is I can't use that. I don't have out-of-combat ways of making use of that anyway, so... I'll just put Rending Touch on that spot. Rending Touch is pretty useful. You lose Dervish enchantment, and it makes your foe lose... Actually... No, let's just go with this one instead. I can put a few points in Wind Prayers. It's not like it matters that much. I don't need this for damage. Enchantment was removed. All nearby foes lose an enchantment and take a bunch of damage. It's the lose an enchantment part that I care about on Winds of Disenchantment. Yeah, Winds of Disenchantment. So probably doesn't matter a whole lot, but it might be quite useful in hordes of enemy dervishes, for example, that like to use a bunch of defensive enchantments. That person there trades corn and coins for stuff. This is now useless, so I should delete it. You can only use it while you're below level 20. So I think the only rune person is the one that's in Ronjok, but I'd have to double check. I might be wrong on that. You know, I want to take these out. They're not far. I think you just talk to him and then lead him back. But maybe have to fight some Cornins in the process. One of these might actually be the rune trader. I think one of them is a rare materials, a rare scroll trader. I see you over there. Okay, we got it. Mubata ends in B. Let's see. Yeah. More lately, Dervish, if left to our own devices, will be the end of us all. If anyone can just wound up as you have, as a friend of my book. Yeah. Our history is rife with tyrants who, in the name of a cause they believe in, deliver pain and suffering to the people. I see these same patterns in our beloved war marshal. I cannot stand idle and watch as our people are fed to the belly of the beasts. Do I need to lead them there? Yeah. They're having some dialogue. It's interesting, like the sort of different groups. You have the Sun Spears that you rescue. You have these guys who see, they're Cornins who see what's going on and want to join us. And then you have the guys that that kind of fall into it. They don't know what's going on, and then they get captured, and then we rescue them. And they're like, "This sucks. We'll help you, but this isn't what we wanted." So it's just kind of interesting, sort of the variety of what you have going on there with that. Do I have? No. It'd be nice if I did, but I would have seen it at the skill trainer if I did. So. Okay. Thank you, friend, for giving us this opportunity to strike at the War Marshal. It is a decision we will not regret. I mean, considering I ignore you most of the time and don't even feel the impact, I don't think I'll care. But okay. I wonder if this will actually be enough to advance the main story or not. I don't remember how many points I will get from command post. 160. Yeah, updated command post. Looks like we are doing well, thanks to you. We have enough supplies to last for quite some time now. We were still outnumbered and for all intents and purposes surrounded, but Dervish still hasn't found us, and we can hold out for as long as we need to finish this once and for all. I definitely feel like the Guild Wars 2 version of this map is bigger and more elaborate, but that's fine. You have mounts in that to help with some of the effects of bigness. Okay, what am I missing to allow me to get to other... Oh. Everybody but Koss is... Even Koss has gotten some levels. Didn't realize he'd gotten multiple levels. Well, that's nice. Okay. Consulate docs. There's something that I'm missing. I wanted the outpost, actually. Okay, there's clearly some... Oh, you know what it is. Yeah, okay. You talk to Menlo at the consulate docks. The freaking quests are over here in Commandant. Lara over here has them, I think. Oh no, it's these NPCs over here. Darius Tenderland gives you the quests to go to. Yeah. My goodness, I feel friggin'... I finally just remembered. So of course, as soon as I step into the town, it's like, here's how you do it. Okay, whatever. Here we are. Oh, I haven't seen this in a while.
Ah, Brother Menlo. It's good to see a familiar face.
Yes. I remember my first trip to Cantha. It can be quite disorienting.
This isn't your first time here?
Oh no. As a boy, I studied with Master Togo of Xingzhe Monastery, which is just off the west coast of Cantha. That's why I've returned. Master Togo ran into some trouble and sent for my help. Much has changed since I was last here, but it is good to be back.
Can you imagine, like, what went into shipping Menlo over here from like shipping Menlo all the way over here from... Okay, so I have Kaineng Center now, so that's good. From Ascalon. Like, that was quite a trip for him. I don't know how long it would take to sail from one to the other and how much magic can aid that. And the other thing that we also don't know is if they have gate technology that they can use. Because keep in mind, at the end of Nalani Academy, we see, or the Ruins of Sirmia mission, we see them use some sort of teleportation technology to get to Nalani Academy. And the Asura do not have the only sort of gating technology. So, yes, you can give me the chasing Zenmai. Let's actually go ahead and just do that. Let's chase down Zenmai. And we'll grab Zenmai and Olias. Free passage of the Deep Argos is Warren A. Neat. But for once, I have a character here that's about level 20, so I can ignore most of the quests in this area. I mean, I might do them later for ministerial commendations or whatever, but... no, you're not who I want to talk to. That's an Istani quest? No. Makes it chasing Zenmai. Yeah, I'm not doing your quest, Menlo, so I'm ignoring you. I think I'll do these two quests. Grab these two heroes. And then it's probably time for me to... Does this actually get me where I need to go? Maybe? Yeah, there's Zenmai. I'll probably unlock these two heroes and then I'll drop this character back off in Nightfall and then call it a stream that at that point. That seems like a good break point to me. There's some Ampha that drop down here. And basically ambush Brian. And he's only level 8, so he usually doesn't do super well. I'll grab that quest, because why not? I'm here, but... Oh, hey, Menlo. Good to see you around. I'm going down here to the Undercity, so, yeah, you can hang out where you want, but... Probably the Undercity's in my must survive. Be nice if she was level 20, but nope, we get her at level 15. What's she been doing with her life? Not leveling, apparently. Something level up? I thought I saw a level up thing earlier. Was I imagining that? Oh, I gained a skill point. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Probably dropping costs when I get access to... Well, probably dropping costs and Milani, actually. Favor of Zenmai and Elias. Zenmai needing... Both of them need levels. It's not like I'm going to use Zenmai a whole lot, but... yeah, I can't entirely be free of that. Menlo's just along for the ride. They use apply poison, so you can't really get away from being poisoned against these guys if they want to be getting you. I don't care about a little bit of bleeding as long as... As long as they're not crippled and being slowed down, that's what matters to me here. Oh, I do have this as a way of getting rid of stuff at any time now. There's some utility to that. It probably is not a super useful skill out here, actually, now that I think about it. Well, I guess the dudes can use... Yeah, this is not entirely without use. P&H instead of mend ailment. That is certainly a choice. I just want us to fight through all of this area, eh? I mean, might as well use this. It'll give me a little bit of health when it ends, which will help offset my thing. I remember this being somewhat annoying because you do need Zenmai to survive. As I recall, anyway. We need to get down to where Mina the Shatterer is. It looks like they might have adjusted boss spawns here, though, because I think that's where Miju was, causing me headaches before. I'm gonna just wait here. See who wins between the Kappa and the Afflicted. Yeah, they definitely have adjusted the boss or the mob spawns down here. Probably to make it a lot easier for Zenmai to actually survive. Especially when she's a frontliner like this. Yeah, I'm not fighting those. I want Zenmai to survive, as I said. Fighting those is not a good strategy for that. Okay. Fine, your lack of lackey is lamentable. Be interesting to see if I actually unlock any assassin skills from adding Zenmai to my party. Because you do unlock skills that heroes have when you acquire them. Now, obviously, Mina's not here right now. We have Lael the Vindictive instead. She was Ampha at one point. Okay, this person talks way too freaking much. Ow. And that is why I put Prospirit on Zenmai. Let's see. It's going to be kind of wonky. Canthan Tourist, yeah, you're here for me, Lona. Some wonkiness with some of the mob spawn times or something. I'm not entirely sure. But the thing that I do know is that, yeah, we need to fight off these. Let's get QZ out of here. My blades have pierced the Shuriken as surely as they have cut down these creatures, these demons. Through my steel, I could feel the same evil. It can be no coincidence. There's something great at work here. This is actually, this lets you know kind of what's going on if you think about it. I pay for my debt afflicted. Can I? Perhaps I need a new employer. Yeah, because some of these people became afflicted. The poet survived. The Colonian tourist survived. Okay. Okay, I need to go back to Commandant and Jewel of Easton, I guess. I'm gonna kick Milani from my party. I don't know how long the Mad King's Guard hang around town. I need to talk to Menlo to go get Zenmai in here. Air daggers are non-max, but yeah. So that's when they accepted the plague. Ah, it did unlock Jungle Strike, which is understandable. It's not a skill I tend to make a whole lot of use of. Does this chef have a... Oh, yeah. The chef... That's for the quest or whatever. Okay. I don't need to worry about her bar just yet. We're just gonna go... Commandant. My party's already in the active district. Yeah, I know. Tell me more about the situation in Tyria. Rourke left our homeland across the treacherous Shiverbig Mountains, home of the dwarves, to reach the lands of Kryda. Although he did not survive the journey, Rourke's courage and sacrifice enabled our people to find a new home near Lion's Arch. However, a new danger has arisen that now threatens all of Kryda, including the Ascalon refugees. Soon I shall return home to answer the call and deal with that threat. Once you have completed your tasks here in Ilona and are ready, etc., etc. No, not Talcora, Dunkoro. Then Talcora and Vec. Our travel to Tyria. Yes. Do we get another cutscene here? I'm curious about him, because I haven't seen him in ages. $1582 CC. Oh, they just use the same one, don't they? Okay, I don't care about that one. That one's a boring cutscene. I mean, it does its job. It does its job. Hey, Menlo. Okay. Might as well grab this from you. I need to make sure I grab one in Kainang as well. Yeah, I do have the Nightfall book, so that's good. Mind you, I'm still very early in Nightfall on this character, but... Frankly, on all of my characters, but my warrior is further. So it's, you know, a little bit something. Yeah, just straight up give you Death Blossom here. I'm not going to give her Death Blossom, though. Death Blossom is really good, but I don't trust the AI to not be silly. I like Shroud of Distress more than Shadow Refuge. Dash is fine. I'm gonna give her Caltrops. Yeah. It's just the energy management is just so useful for it. So. Let's give you Resurrection Chant. And do I have Mending Touch on this account yet? No? No, I don't. Okay, I'd give you Mending Touch if I did, but let's just give you a Hex Removal, I guess. Or no, let's just give you Discharge. Oh yeah, I should put an Elite on. I wish Assassins had more Elite options. I need to get more Elites on this account though, in general. Let's just go with this instead of Caltrops then. Oh yeah, you're right, because Dash will cancel it. Okay. Let's go get Elias. I still don't need... I brought this for things that I'm not fighting. Also, hello, Ravager. How are you doing? And I definitely need to get more Assassin Elites. Another day, yeah. Way of the Assassin. I could see, like, Beguiling Haze or whatever potentially being reasonable, but yeah. It's true. I mean, Assassin doesn't really have IASs in general. I think Burst of Aggression works decently well on it if you're going Slash, or if you're going Warrior primary, but I need to pick up Pious Fury on this character. Yeah, Frenzy is a is not a PvE skill. I mean, you can use it there, but the AI is not going to be able to use it intelligently. And it's really clunky. Yeah, Flurry's cut tier damage is not great, and it's energy hungry as all get out. Yeah. I do find it really funny that your first two warrior skills and prophecies are Frenzy, Heal, Signet. Okay, she is not using things at all intelligently. You only use Caltrops when enemies are beginning to run around. You don't use it willy-nilly. Yeah, you do get solid axe stuff. Elementalist is absolutely in a terrible spot for a long time if you're just getting skills from skill quests. Because you don't get fire attunement until Fisherman's Haven off of that. And it's just like scattered all over the place. I think you get the other attunements earlier, but I think Earth attunement might be the first one you get. I don't remember offhand. But it's just like you cannot pull a build together and prophecies off of skill quests very well on Ellie at all. Yeah, Serenity Temple. That's what my recollection was. But then, like, your earth spells are, like, eruption. As I start off by giving you fire and air, and then you get a little bit of... Yeah. Yeah, eye for profit. Good old eye for profit. Why am I... Whatever, they can put me where they want in town, I guess. Do I just need to talk to Clerk Arlon? Hang on. Yeah, I just need to talk to Clerk Arlon. Whoops. Don't need to do all this running around. Oh, the undead hordes. Yeah, water is kind of clunky, shall we say. Okay, I just need Zenmai's secondary to be something that gives her an elite skill that is... Actually, you know what? We're going to go slash warrior. Yes, that's fine. You're not using that at all intelligently. I'd rather have dash. We're going to give you skull crack and a res sig. That feels like more of a bar. Yeah, we're going to call that more of a bar. Okay. I don't need this bow. Actually, maybe I should do some quests around here. I'm almost promoted. Koss, get out of here. Elias, you're up. Not with that bar, though. I don't know what that garbage is. I know. Yeah, all of the attunements should be... It's so reliant on attunements. You should be getting them early. And then, it front loads a bunch of fire magic, and then the fire attunement is in one of the last quests, last side quests in the game. Because there's once you get out of Crystal Desert, there's almost no side quests anymore. So it's very close to that point. It's just... monk for some heals. I'll probably make him minion-oriented later, but right now is not. Okay. I just want to give you res chant, please. This is probably somewhat overkill. Death magic. Let's just give you some simple minions. Do I care about Withering Aura? Not really at the moment. I mean, it has some potentially useful synergies, but Chillblains is a nice skill. I know. It takes forever to get Overcast stuff, too. Yeah, it was. Soul Barb's actually pretty decent. Where we're going, we can run with that and this. Sure. That's approximately a bar. I don't need anything too fancy. Let's just go talk to Castell and Puba. I don't even know. Do I have Masochism? Probably. And Soul Reaping. Yeah, I didn't scroll down far enough to see it. That's so few promo points. It barely feels worth trying to do. Okay, let me do... Let's actually just ignore this nonsense and go do some more quests up this way. Which I need... That, yeah, that is a username. Okay. Don't need you on aggressive. Akora, Dunkoro, Gwen, and Vec. There we go. Wait, this quest might require me to have costs in the... Yeah. That with the Corsairs. I also need... Okay. Cost needs to be with me. Vec, congratulations, you're getting demoted to not in this party. Eventually, yeah, I'm not in a rush. It's probably... Is it Eye of the North? I would need to double check to see if it's an Eye of the North skill or... Actually, what skills do you have? I do like natural healing, but not as much as some others. Kind of a pain to get back here, so for right now, I'm just gonna... I have Heart of Fury, but that one requires me to get up to 4 adrenaline, so I didn't feel like bothering. Zephyr Hedger Hunt and Arcjock Ward. Well, I guess we can go do that then. Actually, let's just go Boreal Station. Where is... Oh, I should probably grab one of these. I'm going to want to wrap up somewhat soonish, though. Micah.
Report in.
I'm reporting that I want Pious Fury. Ooh, I actually kind of like having Aura Slicer available, but that's probably not a high priority skill for me to grab. Most of my favorite spear attacks seem to be up here. By most, I mean Holy Spear, and Spear of Redemption is decent for damage. Against Aura is also nice. Crippling Victory. I don't ever really use Zealous Sweep, but that might be nice to have also. Did I just run myself out of skill points? Awesome. I like running myself out of skill points before I run myself out of other things. Okay, I don't really need this. There it is. Rune Trader. Is Virtuoso's worth anything right now? A little bit, yeah. Enough bit is the important thing. Actually, I have my bank here, so I can use this one. Slide you over. Blessed, that's worth something right now, right? Yeah, absolutely. Theoretically, there are characters where I should make Blessed Armor sets. Okay, I am absolutely happy for that much Tantide. Major Mysticism is probably not worth anything. It is worth a little bit of something, but not that much something. Minor Command. That's actually worth more than I would have thought. Radiant is probably not... Okay, it's worth a little bit, but... Can I push my luck? I'm going to just hang on to the Radiant Insignia because I'm probably going to want to put it on somebody. The rest of these, though, I'm happy with selling. Um,
Who goes there?
okay, that clears that up. Dee-dum dee-dum. I'm gonna go to Embark Beach so that way I can go to Consulate Docks and not have to futz with the party getting ripped apart and put back together. This way, please. It'd probably be faster to just put people back in the party, but whatever. How long does that last? 20 seconds? That's good enough. That is not the button that makes me go up here. Okay, let's see where this guy is in Arcjock Ward. Of course, I'm on the opposite side from there, but we'll ignore that obnoxiousness. Wait, do I have... Oh, I definitely should not be having Glyph of Lesser Energy on somebody who is dual attuning. Hang on. I just did not pay attention, apparently. What do I want for this last skill? Fireball, maybe? Fireball is fine. Meteor would actually be kind of spicy. But I don't have Meteor unlocked on this account yet, so never mind. I think you get it in the Maguma jungle, and I just haven't taken my Ellie over there. I have to, like, keep this Slay a Zephyr Hedger. Okay, this guy is a non-combatant. He's not in the ally list, so I don't have to worry about him surviving. Which is nice. I think this is the area where people will, like, farm stuff sometimes. Because in my first battle, I probably should not give her a Shadow Step. Probably going to get her killed. But I guess that's what... insert Shroud of Distress is for. What is her? Okay, 9 critical strikes is good. Good to have that many critical strikes. Also, while his Soul Reaping is low, I like having him have a cheaper minion spell, but maybe not. It's maybe ambitiously cheap. Given his low death magic. I guess 11 is not atrocious. I'm just used to getting it up to 18, so here we are. Here's a Zephyr Hedger. I don't know who's... Oh, harvest its berries. Yeah, I can see how that could be interpreted as an innuendo. Oh my goodness, this thing is... Something is doing a... Oh yeah, it's definitely this Ellie boss. Definitely the Ellie boss is a problem. Yeah. Well, the potions are complete, and just in time. I think here's something heading this way. Quick, drink these. Deal with it as fast as you can. What does this do? You don't feel any stronger. What am I? Slort Nilbog. Um. You can't attack the elixir of strength. It's stopping you. I think it was something in my gut. Anyone is feeling the power? Anyone? Sorry for deceiving you, but Koss needed to be taught a lesson. You should know by now that true power comes from within, not from any elixir. It was quite interesting to see that simpleton is weak as a termite hatchling. Oh, they still have the elixir of strength on them and can't use skills. That's hilarious. Also, it's funny that the minions were going to kill the thing anyway. But anyway. I am a Sunspear General. Okay, excellent. That means I can advance and then a hero shall lead them. Also, Koss, get out of here. Back to the party. I kind of want to take Death's Charge off of her because I don't like her jumping right into the very forefront of battle. This feels too dangerous. I'll give her Blinding Powder. Actually, I should probably give her the Eye. But you know what? We'll just stick with this for now. Blinding Powder is not a bad skill to have occasionally going off. I don't tend to use it myself, but yes. This is the... I'm not going to do Ventus Cemetery, but I'll go ahead and get up to Ventus Cemetery and then call the stream there. That's been plenty. I've been going for over 3.5 hours now, so... It's been fun. I've had a good time. I want Elias to get more levels. Oh, I have to have Koss my party to be able to do this. Right, of course I do. Okay, get back in here, Koss. Man's End Mine needs so many more levels. Honestly, it wasn't that bad to just do a bunch of quests to get the reputation points. I mean, I like heroes as a solution to... We want story significant NPCs, but also it sucks when they die and you have to start over. Because it feels like they were trying to find solutions to that. Well, somebody just leveled up. That somebody was Zenmai. Gets to have more dagger mastery. Huzzah. I need to get her better daggers, but that can be a concern for later. Much later. At the same time, I get her new hero armor, maybe. Mandragore. Okay, I see. We're just fighting all the things out here, etc. Oh, it's those friggin' jerkwads. Tuga birds are the worst. Or more specifically, the ones that spam interrupts on you. I hope the half-digested armor contains... Okay, so we're rescuing captured sun spears who are not all monks, but then the actual thing has... Oh, they're all monks. I think that's interesting. Okay, that's iron. I would have liked to have gotten steel. Oh my goodness, the clumsiness spam. Of course they're Mantra of Recovery. What else would they be? How else could they spam that endlessly on us? Yeah, warrior, 2 warriors, a ranger, a mesmer. Everybody monks once we get in there. Don't know what's up with that. Gotta get rocked. That's okay. I should probably... Oh, I don't even have an elite on Elias right now. So I don't have very many Necromancer elites in general. I have Reaper's Mark and that's... And like Bip and that's like it, I think. No. I got fallback, but I don't have incoming. Okay, I'm gonna switch Elias over to from death magic to blood magic because it's not like I need minions. I don't need masochism at this point either. Yeah, I'm not gonna... It's convenient, but I'm not going to mess with doing that. Just making him Bip is superior to other options, I feel. Do I just put on Enfeebling Blood? Maybe I give him Order of Pain. Yeah, his energy survives that, actually. Might be kind of rough on him. It's a lot of energy. Okay, well... Okay, more of those from that. A lot of bronze sides out here. My goodness, that's a lot of mods. Where am I storing corn and coins? Here? Okay. I'm surprised with all those quests I did that I didn't get more corn and coins, but I guess I didn't do the ones that give you corn and coins. Oh, wonky, but... it is what it is. Get in there, 665 gold. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here for today. I have had a good time. Gotten a lot of stuff advanced, a lot of skills acquired. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. And I thank everyone very much for watching. And until next time, everyone, take care and goodbye.